Okay, let's talk about what is free fall. So free fall is a name of a concept whenever you drop something and it goes down only under the influence of gravity. We have been discussing what gravity is, and we have come to know that there's a force that is produced by every single mass. And we are since standing and living and spending our lives on a giant mass that is our planet basically. So it has a gravity, it has a gravitational field which we are living in. So we are all under the influence of gravity, and this is the reason that why we always fall down to the ground and not just randomly fly around like astronauts do in the space. So Galileo on the Leaning Tower of Pisa performed some experiments back in the 16th century, perhaps, and he actually discovered that he had a very massive ball and a very light ball, probably a one a giant bowling ball and one small tennis ball, and he threw both of the balls down, and he observed that the balls actually fell down at the same rate of speed, and they actually fell down exactly at the same time. So basically, they had the same speed while falling down, and he actually concluded that the free fall motion is independent of whatever the mass of the thing is. So they will fall down at the same speed, or basically, to be precise, I would say at the same rate of speed, which is basically acceleration, because we have been defining acceleration as the rate of change of speed, del v by t. So it is the rate of change of speed. So the both of the balls are going to have the same rate of change of speed or velocity, and hence the same acceleration. And by precise calculations, we come to know that this is exactly, or approximately equal to 9.81 meters per second square, right? So that means that in every second, the speed of the ball is going to increase by 9.81 meter per second. In your O levels, you would actually be using the figure of 10 meters per second square, which is, better to use if you want to make your calculations easy for you. So we would actually be using 10 meters per second square for that. But he discovered that whenever you just drop anything down, regardless of whatever their masses are, they will fall down at the same rate of speed, right? So the motion of free fall is defined that way, that you don't have to be, involving many other forces, just the force of gravity would do. So whenever something falls down only under the influence of gravity, that means that thing is in free fall. Does that mean a parachutist who just jumped off a plane is falling down with his parachute open? Is he under the influence of free fall? Well, definitely not, because there are a couple of things that are actually adding to what we just said, and actually contradicting to what we just said. So he's not only under the influence of gravity, he's also under the influence of air resistance that he's facing, because the parachute has a wide surface area and air is acting on it. So it is providing some resistance to the motion. So a parachute is falling, if parachute is falling, with the parachute wide open, would actually not be under free fall motion. But just near the surface of earth, if you drop something, we would assume air resistance to be negligible, not really affecting it unless it has a very wide surface area. So dropping a needle on the floor right from your hand would actually demonstrate a perfect free fall motion, because air resistance wouldn't actually be interfering much with the rate of change of velocity of that thing, right? So that's how we understand what is free fall motion.